everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. I'm your host, Tim the Hulk Mercala, here with my trusty old pal, Robert the Hobbit Parker. Robert, how the fuck are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, Timothy. I'm really looking forward to this match tonight. I think we broke Tim already, and we just started. But I'm looking forward to this match. We got two actually really solid Fandom players, people who have improved a lot over the last few months, especially after the time, like since Fandom has been founded, they've really improved and shown a lot of improvement. So I'm excited to see actually now how they face off versus if they would have faced off a while ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaleb is, he's the runner of Fandom, but
he's a dork too. He's a dork.
That is accurate, but he has gotten a lot better. What else can we say about Nico? Like he's gotten insanely better, and I think he would say the same thing. Is that from when he started to now, he has just improved immensely, and it's been really fun to watch him play. The fact that he took down Jay Burns and is now here because of that's fantastic. So
big deal,
it's a big deal. This is set to be an exciting match. I'm excited to see it. So let's go ahead and talk to our competitors right now in promos.
Well. I'm back in Fandom. And I'm playing a guy that last time we played, I said, this is the last time I ever want to see your face around here. And I beat him so bad by knockout, in fact, that he had to go hide until the tournament. And then when tournament time came around, Kane had to go, hey, do you think you might want to come out of retirement? Because I know Koho embarrassed you so bad, but maybe we'll give you another shot if you want it. And he got a little lucky. Against Nazario, and now he thinks he's hot shit. So if anyone is going to put Nico back in his place, it's the guy that made him disappear for 6 months. And this time, Nico, I'm going to make sure that you disappear for a lot longer than 6 months. I'm going to make it so you don't come back. This is going to be a knockout so bad that you're going to be sitting there thinking about it at night, going, man, why is it that I can never beat Kaleb Koho? Why is Kaleb Koho the only person that's got my number? Because guess what, Nico? You are so utterly predictable that I know exactly what's going to happen in this match. I know exactly what you're going to bet on every question. I know exactly what you're going to pick in round 2. Nico, it's over. I'm Nostradamus, and I'm telling you, you're done. And your career is done. It's a mad world, baby. All hail the king.
And so my 2019 Fandom Fight journey comes full circle. The guy who knocked me out of the game entirely is now perhaps my final opponent of the year. And why is that? Because when he knocked me out, that was the best thing that could have happened in my career. It knocked my senses into the right gears to the point that when I came back for the tournament, I was determined to make a statement. I was determined to prove that I was not the joke you saw me start off this year as. And what did I do? Since the tournament, I've made some big plays. Beat Nazario in the tournament, beat Jay Burns after the tournament. I set the goal that I wasn't going to be a contender anymore either. I was going to become a champion. And lo and behold, I am now the TMG Entertainment Chokeslam Wrestling Debate Champion. I have a belt. Koho does not. So already that's 2 goals checked off the list. But I have another goal, and that's to finally finish off this rivalry against Koho the right way. He calls himself Nostradamus. I call him Nostradumbass because his prediction is incorrect. He's going to get beaten. The Mad King is going to get beaten by the baddest dragon in the galaxy here tonight. You heard it first.
Well, Robert, normally again,
fire promos.
I would say those are for some fire promos. I'm confused. Did Nico make that belt for himself, or was that actually shipped to him from one Subrath? Who the fuck knows? But we're not talking about it today. Who?
The former. I think he made it for himself.
Okay. We are going to move right into round number 1. Robert, tell them how it works.
This is how round 1 works. It works pretty much the same as it does in almost every other trivia league. You're going to get 10 questions from 10 predetermined fandom categories. You have about 15 seconds to answer. We need you to write down the answer. Once the 15 seconds are up, we're going to call on you. You have to reveal your answer and say it at about the same time. If you get it right, it's worth 1 point. If you do happen to get a perfect round, all 10 correct, you will get a bonus question worth an additional 1 point should you get that one correct as well. You have 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the course of the match.
All right. Gentlemen, do you have any questions before we get into round number 1?
Yeah, is this TMG or debate? Because I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to prove that I know more than this dumbass. Let's do this.
I'm just letting you know that I have gold and you don't.
It's irrelevant gold, sir. It's
Can't tell who's dunking on who anymore.
That crown is fool's gold, I'll let you know.
All
I
right,
already said the
let's just go.
Question, shut the fuck up, is going to be in the category of Studio Ghibli. Christian Bale lends his voice to what Studio Ghibli film?
Kaleb Koho writing the answer before you could even finish the question. How insulting!
The macaws over here saying, yikes! Not
I don't
everyone
understand
can
why.
vote, Maggie.
Yeah, sorry, Maggie. Not everybody's the greatest fandom player of all time.
2, 1. Pens down, we will start with Caleb.
That would be Howl's Moving Castle.
And Nico?
Thought of that at the last second. I had My Neighbor Totoro.
All right. Caleb goes up 1-0. Robert, give him the next question.
Your next one's in the category of Marvel. These are outside the MCU. In Men in Black International, who plays Pawnee? I had a delightful time watching this film.
Yeah, I saw it with you, Robert.
We saw it together at Marcus Stockville Cinema.
Yeah, it was great. What
It
a
was
time.
The goat was there too. It was just a lovely old time at Marcus.
A nice family outing. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Did we double
1.
feature this with something?
I think we did with Late Night.
Late night, yeah.
Nico, go ahead.
Haven't seen this yet, but I'm assuming this is Tessa Thompson's character.
That is incorrect. And Caleb,
Oscar nominee Kumail Nanjiani.
that is correct. Is he an Oscar nominee? Oh, for
That's for
screenplay.
screenplay.
Yes. All right, guys, your next question is going to be in the category of Disney live action. In Invincible, what team in the NFL does Vince try out for?
Now this one's gonna be a yikes.
Have you seen this film?
I've not seen this film.
I saw this film in the theater with my dad when he was still trying to get me to do the sport thing.
What did old Greg think of this film?
I believe he enjoyed it. 4, 3, 2, 1. We will start with Caleb on this one.
Is the Philadelphia Eagles?
And Nico?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
That is correct. Both of you are correct.
All right, your next one is in the category of fandom quotes. What could it be? What Fast and Furious film will you hear the quote, guys, I think we need a change of plans. They got a tank.
This one time. Oh, you're going to love this. This one time, me and Maggie got a tank.
Oh,
And we did the thing that they do in the thing.
it is humor.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Nico.
That's Fate of the Furious, right?
And
The
Caleb,
Fast and Furious 6. That'd be Fast
it
and
is
Furious
Fast
6.
and Furious 6.
Caleb's still perfect through this round so far.
They do. Oh no, that's a submarine. Damn it.
6 is the best one.
All right, guys, your next question is going to be in Oscars. What was the first Pixar film to be nominated for Best Animated Feature?
Interesting question.
Thank you.
As many Oscar films are. Caleb
Ryan?
Crown could be melted down and turned into an Oscar if it wasn't plastic.
That's probably accurate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will start with Nico on this one.
Monsters Inc.
And Caleb?
Monsters Inc.
Both are correct.
Nice job, guys. Your next one comes in the category of the MCU. In The Avengers, what does Hawkeye say he needs to get his next target, other than a distraction? This time, Nico looking extremely confident before I finish asking, and Caleb taking a moment to reflect. I almost didn't stumble, but then I did.
You say the words. You stumbled over the things. 5,
The last word. I could, yeah.
2, 1. We'll start with Caleb on this one.
I need a distraction and an eyeball.
And Nico?
Eyeball.
All right, both correct. The score is 6-3. Nico trailing, but keeping up. Your next question, guys, is going to be in the category of Bond. What was Sean Connery's third film as Bond?
Kaleb Koho just harmlessly flirting with that perfect round. Could he get it? Her.
I
them.
hope not, or I'll kill myself.
Yikes.
That is
we went different directions with that bit. We went different ways.
It's funny how when I write matches, he can get perfect rounds, but when he write matches, I don't get perfect rounds.
Ooh, that is what they call in the business a dunk.
1. Pens down. We will start with Nico on this one.
I feel like round 1 is basically made for Koho. Tomorrow never dies.
That is incorrect, and Kaleb
Goldfinger
is correct.
Shit, I was thinking about that too.
All right, your next one is in the category of Star Trek. These are movies based on Star Trek comics outside of the STEU. Your question. In Star Trek Insurrection, the film opens with a chase involving which member of the crew? I believe Caleb may stumble here, perhaps.
Did you know that I was once a member of the
Enterprise? I believe it. I believe you would work in engineering.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't belong on the deck, that's for sure.
On the bridge, yeah.
Whatever.
You don't have high enough clearance for that.
1.
Repeat.
All right.
That is Nico's first repeat. Your question again. In Star Trek Insurrection, the film opens with a chase scene involving what member of the crew?
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I heard it right.
He leaves us more time for witty banter. Insert witty banter here.
Insert Kaleb erasing his board and writing something new, interesting.
Ooh. Could that turn out to harm him?
5,
Who
4,
knows?
3.
We will in
2,
5 seconds.
1. Nico, we will go to you first.
Data.
And Kaleb?
I said Worf.
It is Data.
Oh, it is Data. Feels bad, man.
You're doing the old Robert thing of missing a perfect round 1. Okay.
But making a single question, yeah.
As we get into the next question, which is going to be in the category of the wars in the stars, Star Wars.
As Cody says, these are the laser sword ones.
In Attack of the Clones, Anakin finds out he has a stepbrother named what? This is what we call in the business as a gimme gimme.
Yeah, in basketball terms, we have dunks in this community. We also have layups, and that's what I would call this one.
There's honestly no need for you to count down. I think you can just.
Oh, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kaleb.
Owen Lars.
And Nico.
Owen Lars.
All right, both correct.
All right, and your final question, your ultimate question in this round in the category of Worlds of DC. In Aquaman, where do Arthur and Mera hide after escaping Atlantis?
Who is this Aquaman? You said it like Jim Meyer. I like it. I enjoy it. Oh, yeah. This is my third video today. I'm losing my mind.
It's okay.
Two more tomorrow.
Third and fourth for me today.
5.
Those are rough nights. I feel that.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with
Full Metal 5.
Italy, right?
That is incorrect. Not what we're looking for.
I
And
believe they hide inside a whale.
that is what we're looking for. They hide inside of a whale.
Should I challenge that? It wasn't specific as to.
Hey, you're a manager. That's supposed to be your caller. You're supposed to be smart enough to make those calls.
Keep it down, crown face.
I'm gonna challenge that because it wasn't specific as to what time of their escape.
Okay, back from the challenge. We've talked about it, and we feel as if the question was specific enough, and that also they didn't even go to Italy right after the Atlantis bit. They go to the desert first, and then to Italy. So even then, Italy would still be an incorrect answer. So Nico would be incorrect. We are still going to give Kaleb the point for getting inside of the whale. That is what we were looking for. So at the end of round number 1, we are looking at Kaleb with a lead of 9 to Nico's 5. But honestly, this is still anybody's game as we get into round number 2. Robert
thoroughly apologize for this.
We should also mention that Nico did lose his challenge based on our ruling. So, did you want me to explain round 2 rules? Is that
Yes,
what you're
please
going
explain round 2.
Okay, so round 2 is going to work like this. We have a wheel. There are fandom categories on it. The person in the lead, in this case, Kaleb, will choose if he would like to spin first or second. Then the person who is up at the wheel will get the chance to spin. If you don't like what you landed on the first time, you can opt to respin, but you just stick with the second option. The first one's not to your liking. Then you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can check multiple choice, but that will devalue the question to be only worth 1 point. And of course, there is stealing in this round.
Okay, guys, your categories that are on the wheel today are Star Wars, MCU, Oscars, Scores and Soundtracks, Rocky, Disney Animation, Worlds of DC, and Wizarding World. Kaleb, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or second?
Dos. I'll go second.
Okay, Nico, this is your spin. And it lands on Spinner's Choice. What would you like?
Fun.
Star Wars, please.
All right. So I will give Nico his questions in Star Wars.
I remember last time Nico got a Star Wars and he went like 0 for 5. That's cool.
All right. Nico, are you ready for your questions in Star Wars?
Yep.
All right. Question number 1. Who does Han say stole the Falcon from him in The Force Awakens?
I'm going to go multiple choice just to be safe.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, King Prana, B, Duquesne, C, the Irving brothers, or D, Unkar Plutt.
I think it was Duquesne.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct for 1 point. All right. Your next question in Star Wars. What was Han's call sign on Hoth in The Empire Strikes Back?
Echo 7.
That is correct for 2 points. In The Phantom Menace, what is the name of Anakin's young friend on Tatooine who describes his racing pod as, quote, so wizard?
Kitster.
Hold my beer. That is correct for 2 points.
All right, 2 more in this round.
All right.
For Nico.
Your next question in Star Wars. Who plays the amphibian gambler Dobu Skay in The Last Jedi?
You like Star Wars for know this, aren't you?
Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, Mark Hamill, B, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, C, Tom Hardy, or D, Justin Theroux.
Let me get a repeat of the question and the choices.
All right, that's going to be your second repeat. Who plays the amphibian gambler Dobu Skay in The Last Jedi? And your multiple choice options are A, Mark Hamill, B, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, C, Tom Hardy, or D, Justin Theroux.
Okay, I just wanted to be extra short. It's Mark Hamill.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, I was trying to think, what was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character's species when he was outside talking to the guard? And then I heard gambler, and I was like, okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Fair enough.
Cool.
All right.
Cool life story.
Your final question in Star Wars. What is wrong with Han when he is unfrozen from the carbonite in Return of the Jedi?
There's a lot of Han questions in here. He is blind from hibernation sickness.
Yes, that is correct. And for 2 points, Kaleb Koho rolling his eyes at the camera. But we will now get into the next spin at the wheel.
Right now, I have Nico in the lead, 13-9.
All right. Kaleb, your spin is in.
Mhm.
And it lands on Scores and Soundtracks. Would you like to keep it or spin it?
Let's keep that one, Cotton.
All right.
Same categories we got last time. So
Alrighty, here we go. Kaleb, your category of scores and soundtracks.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What 2015 Fandom film has the following songs in its soundtrack? Go Hard or Go Home, Payback, Get Low, and Blast Off.
Furious 7.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who composed the scores for Batman Forever and Batman and Robin?
Elliot Goldenthal.
That is correct for another 2 points.
Tying the game.
What Disney live-action musical features the songs Agony, Stay With Me, and A Very Nice Prince?
Agony. That's Into the Woods.
That is correct for 2 points. And that is the best song in the show.
100%.
That song is so good. All right,
So good.
let's see. 2 more. What song did Apollo come to the ring to before his fight against Drago in Rocky IV?
I want to make sure I get the title right. Living in America?
That is correct for 2 points.
Damn it.
Okay.
And your final question in this round. Who composed the scores for Over the Hedge and B-Movie?
Harry Gregson Williams.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal from Nico.
I just watched B-Movie a few hours ago. Shit. Alan Silvestri?
That is incorrect.
Rupert.
We were looking for Rupert Gregson Williams, not Harry. We were looking
My
for
life.
Rupert
It's
Gregson Williams.
Always one of the two Gregson Williams. Damn it. Okay.
All right, so the end of Caleb's round, Nico unable to capitalize on that steal. I have Caleb up 17 to Nico's 13. Only a 4-point game going into the final round.
Yeah, once again, this is just it's it's coming down to the last little bit here. Very good match so far. Robert, tell them how round 3 works.
Round 3 works like this. Basically, there is 5 questions. We're back to whiteboards. You can write down how many points you'd like to bet. Once you hear the category, you can bet between 0 and 2 points. Should you get the question right at the end of that 15 seconds, you gain the amount of points you bet. Should you get the question wrong, you will lose the amount of points that you bet. The game ends when somebody is mathematically eliminated or we reach the score of 0. That's the Jim and Nico rule. Did I miss anything? I think that's it.
That sounds beautiful. Guys, the first category that you can bet points on in is Jurassic Park. And looks like we are set with bets. Caleb, how many you bet?
0.
And Nico?
I'm going to go 1 because these questions are usually kind to me.
All right. Your question in Jurassic Park. In the Lost World, other than Ian and Hammond, there are only 2 other human characters that return from the first film. Who are they?
Oh, shoot.
The macaw, a.k.a. the goat of JP,
Scoffing at that question.
looking at me like, what the fuck?
What's the
Does
other
she know
one's
the
name?
answer? Hard to tell.
What's the other one's name? Shoot.
4, 3, 2, 1. For stats purposes, Caleb.
I don't know their names. I just said Hammond's grandkids.
And Nico?
It was Hammond's grandkids. One of them is Tim. Is the other Ellie?
The other one is Lex, unfortunately. So Nico losing 1 point on that question now makes the score 12-17.
Yep, that is a 5-point game. Your next one is in the category of Star Trek. How would you like to bet? In the category of Star Trek. As I said earlier, these are films based on Star Trek comics outside the STEU. So I'll throw that little bit in there one more time.
Yeah, you got to make that joke a second time.
Yeah.
Caleb being
It's
confident.
so funny.
So funny.
It's still funny.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Caleb, what do you bet?
0.
And Nico?
I'm going to go 1 again.
All right.
All All right, your question in the category of Star Trek. How many films in the franchise will you find the character of Kirk?
We'll give you 20 seconds on this one.
Any version of Kirk?
Any version of Kirk. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. For stats purposes, Kaleb
I said 10.
and Nico.
It's 10.
That is correct. So Nico getting that 1 point he lost back up on the board, 13-17. All right, guys, your next category that you can bet points in is Wizarding World. Films that I enjoy. Did you know that earlier in another video, Robert, Kaleb had the gall to say that Gilderoy Lockhart was the antagonist of the Chamber of Secrets? And I told him
I don't
it was
think Kaleb has seen Chamber of Secrets if he's saying shit like that.
4, 3, 2,
My
1.
favorite part of that movie.
All right, Nico. Nico, what are you betting?
Goose egg.
Okay, and
That's only round, boys.
all right, guys, your
Caleb's
question
favorite.
in Wizarding World. In the Half-Blood Prince, after Harry takes the liquid luck, where does he immediately want to go to?
Two questions left. Go ahead, sorry. This is your favorite
This is
one?
my favorite film in the franchise.
Mine too as well. 2 questions left after this one. That means it is an 8-point possible swing with the next 2 questions.
That Brewers game must be intense.
Yeah, you can hear my roommate shouting about it over there.
3, 2, 1. Kaleb, let's see for you.
Hagrid's.
Yeah, we can accept that. And Nico?
I made a good bet.
Okay, good, because he didn't know. All right. Robert, give them their next category.
Yep, your penultimate questions in the category of Oscars, Fandom Oscars. How much would you like to bet in this category? Currently a 4-point game and an 8-point swing still possible.
You're right. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
17-13.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a must bet big situation.
A little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nico.
2.
All right, and Kaleb?
I'm going to put this one away. I said 2.
All right, so if Kaleb gets this, and if
It depends if Nico. Yeah. If Kaleb gets it and Nico misses, that's game.
that's game, yes.
Yeah.
If they both hit, we will go on.
Yep.
Okay,
Next
give them their
one.
question.
Yep, your question, Phantom Oscars. Besides Suicide Squad, name the last film to win the Oscar for Best Makeup.
Last Fandom film.
The last Fandom film?
Oh, is that?
Okay.
Did I not say that? Sorry.
Yes, the last Fandom
No,
film.
that's, I was just,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes.
huh?
No, that's my bad. Yes, the last Fandom film.
That's okay.
That is what I meant.
This is tense.
This is quite tense. Only way that this is over right now is if Kaleb hits and Nico misses. If it is reversed, then Nico has much better luck going into the final question.
We're going to look for an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Caleb's first repeat. Your question again. Besides Suicide Squad, name the last Fandom film to win the Oscar for Best Makeup.
You have the best makeup, Robert.
Aww. This is a tense game.
Yeah, this question might be a little harder than I had anticipated. 5,
Woof.
4, 3.
I'll have a yikes hard limit with that one.
Repeat the question, please.
And that is
All
Nico's final repeat. Your question again. Besides Suicide Squad, name the last Fandom film to win the Oscar for Best Makeup. I am perspirating. Not because of the tenseness of this match. It's just very warm in my apartment right now.
Mine as well. The goat giving me a to that question, even though we've said it 4 times. 5, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Kaleb.
I believe it's Alice in Wonderland.
That is incorrect. Nico, do you have it?
This game might be over anyway. I had Star Trek Beyond.
It is Star Trek 2009 was the answer we were looking for.
It's still a game, though.
All right, the final category, guys. We can ask you. Quotes. How many points would you like to bet in quotes?
It's a 4-point game here. Nico, so close. Star Trek Beyond, unfortunately, nominated the same year that Suicide Squad was. That last.
All right, Nico, how many points?
Going 2.
And Kaleb?
GG, boys, 0.
I knew he was going to do that.
And your question. What Marvel hero says the following quote? I prowl the rooftops and alleyways at night, watching from the darkness, forever in darkness.
Are we sure this isn't a quote from the new Blink album? You like that one? Come on, that was
good. Come on. That was good. I love the album. That was good. That was good.
All right.
Forever in darkness? Come on.
4, 3, 2, 1. Stats purposes, Kaleb?
I don't really care. Daredevil.
And Nico?
Forever in darkness, I'm assuming that means blind guy, Daredevil.
Both are correct, and your winner, Kaleb, the king, whatever the fuck his name is, Koho. What a match, Robert.
Yeah, no kidding. That ended to be only a 2-point game. And wow, that's great. Both players showing off their strengths in round 2. I think just that a little bit too much of a lead for Kaleb going into that last round, or going into the second round at the end of that first round to still make it manageable for Nico.
Yeah, and honestly, it's tough because I hate the Kingdom and I hate House Night Fury, but I can't help but say that Nico played a really good game. He really did. He had a rough round 1, and Kaleb had a great round 1, but he fought back in round 2. And the fact that he was able to make it a 2-point game, like maybe had he bet a little differently in round 3, this could have been different. But the fact that it was only a 2-point loss is actually quite commendable.
Absolutely.
So I think this was nothing, in the words of you, Robert, to hang his head about. We will actually go and talk to Nico right now. Robert, would you please conduct post-match interviews?
I would love nothing more, Timothy. All right, Nico. So you played good, man. You had a solid round 1, 5 points. That's better than a lot of other people do. Had a full sweep as far as accuracy is concerned in that Star Wars round. And yeah, maybe if you had bet a little bit differently in the last round. But overall, I mean, you played really well. I think missing that steal was probably really big for that composer steal. But really, you played well today, man. You showed that you are a different player than how you started the season. So how do you feel about your performance today?
It would have been a miracle if I had actually gotten that steal, because Koho put that on the wheel for a reason. It hasn't always been kind to me. It's been kinder to some of my faction mates, but it hasn't really been kind to me. I follow more of like what goes on in terms of the plot. Basically what happened was round 1, there were just a couple things that I blanked on, a couple categories that I'm not that caught up in, and I'm open about it. James Bond and Studio Ghibli, not my cup of tea. Although Spirited Away is a damn good movie, I'll say that for certain. And I mistook the submarine in Fate of the Furious for the tank that you were looking for, and so yeah. For some reason, I'm still kind of struggling to remember the tank scene. And oh wait, now I remember it. I think it was on the rooftop of that building.
On a bridge, but yeah.
Anyway, the most I can say in terms of like, if you want an excuse, I've been in school. It's hard when you're not a film major to really keep up with movies, especially if you're incredibly easily distracted and you need quiet to focus on your work. So I just kind of like binged a couple DreamWorks movies that we didn't even get asked about, minus B movie, before we started this match while I was doing some video editing. It is what it is. I'm proud of how I've done this year, from like wanting to leave the division from the very start of the year to coming back and feeling like with a little bit more work, a little bit more chiseling, I can make it to that title. Tonight wasn't my night. Kudos to Koho. But again, I still have gold. My stable still has gold. So I'm going to hold my head high.
Yeah, as you should. So now I think we'll hop over to speaking with Kaleb Koho. And I don't like either of your factions. I don't like either Night Fury or Kingdom. I don't know which I'd rather have one. Honestly, if you guys could both have lost this match, that would have been fine and dandy by me. But unfortunately, one he had to win, and unfortunately, it was you, Kaleb. How do you feel about how you played today?
I'm not surprised. I took a shot on Oscars, tried to put it away. I miscounted a year. My own small error, but I mean, look at my match. 9 for 10 in round 1. I know how you feel. I almost got.
You know how many times that's happened?
Every time. I definitely
Too
feel
damn many.
I feel your pain. But hey, I think it's funny that we got the exact same categories in round 2 that we did this time. Kudos to Nico. Apparently, he decided to watch movies in his strength over the last couple of months because he got a question right in Star Wars. Yeah. Round 3, I just played smart and I tried to put it away in Oscars. With hindsight 2020 would have just bet 0 and gone 0 all the way through and still would have won, would have been fine. But I just tried to put it away early. Otherwise, it was inevitable. I knew I was going to beat Nico again. This Nico has improved thing. Good. You've improved from getting KO'd to not getting KO'd, but still losing. Good for you.
And speaking of you winning, unfortunately, is there anybody that you have in your sights for your next singles match?
Yeah, there's a dude that is currently sitting at 2 and 3. Then after Nico lost, was like, who I want to beat? I think I can beat Koho. Nazario Montenegro, I'm calling you out, dude. You say you can beat me. I don't think you can. You couldn't beat Nico. I've beaten Nico twice. So let's go ahead and let's set that up. Because I'll dunk on you, and then I'll move right along throughout the season. So,
and then you'll get KO'd by the GOAT. We'll go back to Tim and I at the desk.
Okay, Robert. Yeah, those were some interesting post-match interviews. Both players, Nico being very humble, actually, which is something that I don't hear often from him.
Except still hanging that gold over Koho's head.
That part too, yeah. But then Kaleb, being what he is with that crown and doing his thing, whatever. Who cares? He's calling out Nazario. I'd be interested to see that match.
That would be a good match.
I'm forced till you and I are forced to write it. That would be interesting. But until then, this has been Fandom Fights. Thank you for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit those likes and subscribes and bells and all that shit. Thank you so much. Once again, I have been Tim. That has been Robert. That was Nico. That was Kaleb. Again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, guys, have a good one.